For Arne Slot and this Liverpool team, winning isn't enough.
Pulls it back, Summerslide scores! 3-1!
The plan for 2026? It's to win again. Florian Wirtz, Jeremie Frimpong, a new goalkeeper, and a secret reason why Arne Slot's team knows they have to be champions next season. Having tasted success just months back, Arne Slot is on a mission to make the Reds back-to-back league winners. And that plan involves building a team with a new dynamic. Over the last couple of seasons, Liverpool used to have a right-hand bias. That Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah right-wing combo, it worked to stunning effect. Trent's gone. Slot has made it clear they can't have more than one Salah in team, and as a result, he's been active in the transfer market. Arguably the most exciting signing of the summer window. Why? Because with Florian Wirtz, Liverpool has unlocked a new dynamic to the team. Think of Wirtz as the modern regen of a 10. He's got that silky smooth aesthetic he matches on the pitch. Incredible passes, an eye for goal. Since the start of the 2023-24 season, only Salah has bagged more assists in Europe's top 5 leagues with 28
And Liverpool lead!
than Wirtz 23. Then you take his numbers, particularly from last season. He ranked first in the Bundesliga for the most assists from open play with 12, created the second most big chances, ranked first in both categories for take-ons attempted and take-ons completed. You add this up and look at his numbers for Leverkusen, 122 goal contributions in 197 games. Now that Wirtz is set to be the attacking player of the next generation, he's Liverpool's new attacking dynamic. Having Wirtz unlocks so many aspects to this Liverpool team. With him, they have a creator, a goal scorer, and don't be deceived by the stats. Off the ball, he works just as hard. He covered the third highest distance per 90 among his Leverkusen teammates last season. We did mention earlier that the only player with more assists since the start of last season than Wirtz is his new Liverpool teammate Mohamed Salah, and on the aspect of Liverpool's Egyptian king, the addition of the German could mean at 33, Salah's all set to evolve into an ultimate prime we've never seen. He said this last season, and we saw the results. The difference with Arne Slot and Klopp? Slot can understand the team and adjust as the game develops. Salah reportedly mentioned talking to Slot about having less defensive work and focusing more on the attacking aspect of the game. I mean, we're talking about a guy who almost single-handedly carried this Liverpool team with his numbers to the title. 28 goals and 18 assists last season, the Premier League Golden Boot and top assist provider? Now imagine a team where Salah has an even younger creative force in Wirtz, a player who is just as effective and doesn't affect his position. Wirtz is versatile, but you'd expect him to start in central spaces and free up Salah out wide. We've seen Salah provide an assist over the years, but the point here is to imagine Salah getting into more dangerous goal-scoring positions, and on the end of chances from Wirtz, he could obliterate the record for goals, especially when you realise down that right-hand side, Salah's going to get even more freedom. Jeremie Frimpong, right back, right wing back, right forward, he can be anything Arne Slot needs him to be and still perform magic. Just watching him play, the first noticeable quality with Frimpong is his speed. He isn't just fast, he's extremely fast, rapid. According to data from the Bundesliga, Frimpong made the second most sprints in the 2024-25 season, only behind RB Leipzig's Riddle Baku. He clocked the 7th highest speed in the league last season, 36.34 kilometers an hour. For context, this was faster than both Karim Adeyemi and Alphonso Davies, two of arguably the fastest speed demons in world football. Only 5 players in the Premier League were faster than Frimpong when the data was compared. From Liverpool, only Jarrell Kwanzaa, and he isn't even at the club anymore. But with Frimpong, it isn't just about the running. I'll tell you what he does with his speed in a sec, but first, if you're enjoying the content so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button to Football Historia for more videos like this. Frimpong uses his speed to time his runs and get into positions with a purpose. In Leverkusen's title-winning campaign in the 2023-24 season, he recorded 18 goal contributions, 9 goals and 9 assists in 31 games. In all competitions, 14 goals and 12 assists. He played as a right wing-back. Last season, Leverkusen might have dipped slightly after failing to win the league and getting knocked out of the Champions League by Bayern, but Frimpong still managed to repeat similar numbers. 5 goals and 12 assists in 28 games from wingback. With these numbers, it's clear he runs and can provide a serious end product. Now, where he's going to play under Arne Slot seems to be that right-back position. And on this topic, there's been talk about Frimpong becoming a downgrade to Trent, that he can't defend or isn't a right-back. In this context, these are two different statements. To start with, Jeremie Frimpong is very versatile. He played as a right-back under Xabi Alonso in the system at Leverkusen. Plays as a right wing for the Dutch national team. But before that, I'm talking about the early days now. Frimpong was an actual right-back from his time at Man City to his days at Celtic. The point is, Frimpong knows the position. On the aspect of his not being able to defend, well, that's just wrong. Why? Because at Leverkusen, the system didn't need him to defend as often. Alonso used a back three and preferred his wingbacks high up the pitch, focusing more on attacking numbers. It would be inaccurate to say that Frimpong is a solid defender, but it would also be inaccurate to say that he isn't. The truth is that with Frimpong, Arne Slot has 3 options. He can either play him in a similar position as a wingback, like Xabi Alonso did, play him as a right winger like he does for the Dutch national team when Salah goes to AFCON, or when he needs to rotate, or play him as a right back. Either way, these positions wouldn't be new to Frimpong. It's simply the case of Arne Slot coaching him to get the best out of him. Whichever way, the fullback positions have new faces at Anfield, new look, scary stuff. It isn't just Frimpong at right back. At left back, there's a much-needed upgrade to the team, Milos Kerkez. Watched him at Bournemouth? The best way to describe him is energy. He's got loads of it. I mean, get this, he was man of the match on his friendly debut for Liverpool against Preston, and in that game, just 46 minutes of action. He had 100% pass accuracy, 53 touches, won 2 of his 3 duels, and bagged 2 recoveries. For Liverpool fans, this is only the beginning. Think about him as a much younger version of Andy Robertson, except he's got arguably even better quality going forward. Just like we mentioned with Wirtz, in his position, Milos Kerkez is the modern-day version of what a fullback is supposed to be. He averages 1.96 tackles per 90, which ranks him in the 89th percentile for fullbacks in the league. 0.74 interceptions per 90, which ranks him in the 91st percentile in the league. 6.37 ball recoveries per 90, ranks him in the 99th percentile in the league. These are just the defensive numbers. Offensively, he's been just as impressive. 2.86 progressive carries per 90, ranks him in the 85th percentile in the league. 0.73 crosses per 90 ranks him in the same percentile. Tackled only 33.3% during take-ons, which ranks him in the 94th percentile in the league. The purpose of all these stats is to show that at just 21, while it might seem like a long shot, Milos Kerkez is arguably the most well-rounded fullback in the league. Think about most fullbacks. When Trent was there, it was either that they were good at defending and averaging going forward, or vice versa. With Kerkez, he's excellent at both, and at 21, there's reason to believe he'll only get better. The fullback positions used to be dominated by Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson over the years. Now, at least from the training clips we've seen, there's a new duo on the horizon. The crazy thing about these two is that they can bring competition to an area where Slot's team has decent options. With Kerkez at left back, he's an upgrade. It's clear, but at the same time watching Andy Robertson, you still feel that when he's clear of injuries and returns to form, he's got a season or 2 left at the top level. The right back position is even more heated. Frimpong brings more quality going forward, judging based on what we've seen before his arrival. But at the same time, Slot's got the guy who shape-shifted Mbappe months back in the Champions League. Yes, Connor Bradley does have moments where he seems to lapse in concentration in game, but at the same time, he's a highly rated prospect at the club. So highly rated that when Trent was injured in the previous season for a spell, he made the position his own. Even when Trent returned, it became a competitive battle between him and Bradley for the position. With these signings, Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kerkez that is, there's a trend emerging at Liverpool that shows the club is planning to stay ahead of the competition. They're not just making impact signings. They're making impact signings for the future. Florian Wirtz, as talented as he is, he's still only 22. Milos Kerkez, he's 21. Jeremie Frimpong is 24. The trend even continues to the quality addition they've got behind the sticks. For years, it's been Alisson, and with just cause. Without the Brazilian, it's very clear Liverpool don't have the success they've had in modern years. He's been a key part of 2 league titles, a Champions League in 2019, and FA Cup successes, the major trophies the club has won. In the round of 16 against PSG in the Champions League, he put out a massive reminder of why he's one of the best goalies in the world. 9 saves, the most on record by a Liverpool goalkeeper in the competition. But at 32, it's clear he isn't getting any younger, and now the club has decided to be proactive in that department. Giorgi Mamardashvili from Valencia. The Georgian cost the club £29 million in a deal that originally took place last summer but became active weeks back. The idea here is that Slot wants to continue what he met at Liverpool, having 2 goalkeepers of amazing quality. Alisson was arguably the best in the world, but for years his number 2, Quivin Kelleher, that is, he was seen as the best backup goalkeeper in the world. Alisson is still arguably one of the best in the world, and now they've got a guy who in the 2023-24 season prevented the most goals in La Liga with 9.3, prevented the most goals at the 2024 Euros with 3.1, and made the most saves at the Euros with an 8.0 save per game ratio. He's one of the best shot stoppers in the world. That's the guy Liverpool has got as number 2 behind Alisson. I mean, that defence on the whole. Yes, Jarrell Kwanzaa's gone, and it leaves the centre-back position a bit light. But even with that, they've still got captain Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. 2 goalkeepers, in fact 3 if you include 20-year-old Hungarian Arben Peksi. Double cover on each fullback position. Midfield was the genius trick from Arne Slot. We all saw what he did with Ryan Gravenberch, from a player on the fringes a season earlier. He, alongside Alexis McAllister, formed a double pivot in midfield that brought the best out of each other. Gravenberch on the half-turn, McAllister with the ability to play in tight spaces and pop up with crucial goals, both being defensively and offensively minded. With Wirtz in the mix, Arne Slot has the luxury of choosing different systems if he wants. What worked for Liverpool last season was that McAllister and Gravenberch combo as the 2 pivots, either one of Dominic Szoboszlai or Curtis Jones in the advanced attacking midfield positions. The general idea is that Wirtz comes into that Szoboszlai position, but there's also the possibility Slot sets up the team that allows him to get the energy Szoboszlai brings with his constant running, as well as the technical ability of Wirtz in the final third. The false 9 concept won't be new with Arne Slot and Liverpool. It is how he got the better of a Man City team at the Etihad months back, but it seems unlikely, especially with the way Liverpool has been moving in the transfer market in the centre-forward positions. Whichever man Slot gets out of these 2, it's quality. In the days that followed, the deal seems more likely to be Ekitike joining Liverpool than Isak. Isak would have been the ideal choice. Proven Premier League quality. A goal scorer when he's in top form. The second most goals only behind Salah in the league. And he steps up when playing against bigger teams. But Ekitike is more than just an other option for Liverpool. He represents an interesting choice only Liverpool seem to be seeing right now. He had 15 goals and 8 assists in the Bundesliga last season. He wasn't just Frankfurt's top scorer. Different metrics show he was the club's main attacking force. He averaged 0.52 non-penalty goals per 90, averaged 2.96 shots per 90, and 1.61 shots on target. The point is, he'll get into promising positions. Imagine him doing that with the service of players like Salah, Gakpo, or Luis Diaz out wide. Potentially scary stuff. His athletic profile is proof that he's built to function in pressing systems. 35.5 kilometers an hour? The fastest player in the Frankfurt squad last season. He can burst past defenders and carry balls into space. Think of him as a Darwin Núñez who can finish half chances. That Liverpool attack with Ekitike potentially down the middle, Luis Diaz or Cody Gakpo on the left, and Salah down the right sounds like a problem for opposition defenses. Imagine having to find a way to contain that. Liverpool have the right profile of player needed to win now. Slot knows it, but he also knows there's a special reason why the club just have to be champions this year. Number 20 wouldn't have been possible without Liverpool's eternal 20, Diogo Jota. His untimely death sent shockwaves across the world. Honouring his legacy by retiring his jersey number is just the first step. This Liverpool team knows the ultimate honour they can pay Jota is by winning the league for him as a tribute. But one thing is clear, Diogo Jota will never be forgotten at Anfield. Click the next video to find out about his tragic death.